hero's journey. The hero's journey is dying for expression in each and every one of you. In every single one of us, there's something inside of us that we need to express to the world, and a whole lot of it. But we seem to forget that. We seem to fall out of congruence with that all the time. If you look around, we all see it. We all feel it from different times to time. Some people much more than others. That's what we'll be talking about today. Guys, I hope you're feeling great. It's Monday morning. I'm a little bit washed out, it seems. That's all right. We're still waking up, having a great motherfucking day. So let's get to it. How much have you seen it in your life where someone just they seem to have some sort of great spirit inside of them, some sort of high energy radiating from them, but their habits, their actions, their thoughts seemingly don't reflect that. They reflect the opposite of that. They express themselves. It's a wrongful expression of that high energy on the inside. But something about them says the opposite. Something about them seems to be high frequency. This isn't the very common type, right? Let me say this. As we get to know people, most people have a side like this, where there's a side of them that it's just, you can tell it's dying for expression. There is some greatness inside of them. But again, everything they do is a negative expression. Everything they do, most of the things they do harm them in some sort of way, harm themselves, or at least just don't express that energy as rightfully as it needs to be expressed. Now, this takes somewhat of a trained eye, right? But you can have a subconscious feeling about someone. You can have that feeling that, like, man, something seems a little bit off, right? Like, that person, I don't know what it is. And we know this feeling personally. I think that's what it comes from. We know what we feel like when there's something we want to say or something we want to do for the good, out of the goodness out of our heart, or the proper way of thinking that is inside of us. But we can't seem to do it. We can't seem to get to that point where it comes out rightfully. Why is that? What's happening there? We've all felt it at some point before. I know for most of my life I felt like this. The first 20 years or 15 or 18 years of my life, I was stuck in this constant state of my habits and my expressions putting me down, holding me back, not allowing me to do those things that I did want to do, be that person that I did want to be, right? These thoughts were constantly ruminating inside of me, inside of my mind, that, like, maybe I should try something else. Maybe I should do something different. Maybe I should do this that way. Oh, wow, that person can do it that way. Why can't I? Why can't I do it that way? What's stopping me? And you really take time to think about that, and you slowly but surely realize that it's you. It's you who's in your own way every single fucking time. Every time. It's always us. It's always us and our habits and our consistent ways of thinking. What is it? Mark Twain, I'll probably butcher this, but I may not manifest that. It's not what we don't know that hurts us. It's what we think that we know that we don't really know. Or something like that. Basically, like, when you think you know it all and you refuse to look at it a different way, that's where your issues come from, right? It's not that you don't know something at all. It's just that you think you know it all. You think that your way of knowing is right, and there's no other way to be. No, we must be open-minded. We must hear things out, hear other people out, hear understandings that are different than ours to really understand more in general, right? And that we have to internalize that personally. I believe that's when we express ourselves to others like that, it's just a direct reflection of how we are on the inside. If we are extremely closed-minded to everybody in our life for most things or everything in certain areas, it's easy to expect that that's how that person is, or that's how we are to ourselves. If we're not able to accept and be open to other people doing things differently than they have in the past or than you do, you surely you're not open to yourself with new things, new ways of being, because you get set in your ways. You get stuck in those parts of your lower self that they feel like your attachment to the world. They feel like how you understand and know the world. And in reality, these attachments are what take us away from true connection, true peace, and true being, if you will. And that's that expression. That's that hero's journey looking for expression on the inside of you, is yearning for you to be open and receptive to new ideas, to doing things differently. It's that higher self telling you, hey man, you've been doing this for the past 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and it's not serving me. It's not serving you. It's not helping you express this mission for the world at all. It's actually holding you back. You're actually 10 years behind where you should be or where you could be, because you haven't been open to this side of us, of our mind, of this being that I am. Your attachment to the physical world, your attachment to your ego, is blocking your connection to your higher, truer self. That hero inside of you that wants to be expressed to the world, that wants to feel everything, experience everything, and be amazing, be great for other people. That side of you is always yearning for expression. And it especially is when you've been holding it back, when you yourself, your habits, your actions, your thoughts have been bolstering it for the past God knows how long. We all fall into it at times. We all have to be willing to accept that it's a cycle. It's like we got to identify the cycles. We got to identify the patterns that keep us from being open, that keep us from going that extra mile and expressing ourselves truthfully. Because we all fall in those habits sometimes, like a lot of us. I mean, everybody probably. It's your habits that help you get out of it, right? It's your regulation systems that help you see the world in a more positive, open light, that allow you to go forth in that way and see things differently. And it's beautiful when you're able to do that. And I believe so much cynicism comes from us not being open, from us holding back that expression. Because once again, when we hold back our expression, then we don't accept others' expression. Like, truthfully, others' expression, it just doesn't feel right? It actually, a lot of times, when you see someone be very negative towards someone in their self-expression, it's a direct reflection, mirror principle. Once again, it's a reflection of how they are on the inside towards certain things, or maybe towards everything. Everything's a mirror, man. Life is a mirror. How we treat others is how we treat ourselves. So back to my original point. The hero's journey is always seeking expression. It's always wanting to come outside and experience life for what it truly is. No matter who you are, no matter what you do for work, no matter what it is. That inside, that eternal feeling to do better. To live in a higher standard. To do things right for other people. Now you might say, wow, I don't know when the last time I felt that was. Well, that's because you likely have a lot of habits or thought patterns or whatever that keep you from seeing it consistently. Like almost like your ego, your lower part of yourself has cloaked these ideas and your higher sense of self with a negative lens, or cloaked it with a negative, whatever you want to say, to where it looks so negative. Like you don't want to do it. Like, why would you do that? When it's really what you actually want to do. It's very easy for this to happen. I know so many times in my life when I was living from that lower self, I would hold myself back from what that high. I would create subconsciously a negative idea around what my higher self was telling me to do. For instance, like talking to random people and being conversational and, public speaking kind of thing in school, presentations, that kind of stuff. And, these different things that were very scary to me. My lower self would put all these labels and all these different ideas and understandings that made me perceive them as negative, made me perceive these truthfully very positive things as negative, as a complete waste of my time. In fact, it would be detrimental to me, detrimental to my health, detrimental to this, that, and the third, right? And we all do that, right? It's that if we don't realize that we're doing it, though, and we never choose to take action towards it, towards the difference, towards the opposite of making a difference, we will live in continual cycles of getting worse and worse and being more and more closed-minded to that of which we should be open to. And that's no way to live life whatsoever. I promise you guys, you gotta, it's that waking up and seeing that you are one with the universe. You are one with God. You are one with creation. You can do anything with the help of God, with the help of the universe, with yourself, truthfully, with great intention and love for sustainability and rightfulness. It's up to you to make your difference, guys. It's up to you to live that hero's journey. It's up to you to be that individual that you want to be, because nobody else can do it for you. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I really hope we all have an amazing week. I know I'm going to, and I know you're going to as well. So leave a like, drop a comment below what you got or whatever. If you had any questions, please, guys, let's just go get them. Let's just have an amazing freaking day, and let's just be who we're supposed to be. You got this, guys. Let's go.